Welcome back. Let's get back to our top story. And joining me live now to discuss the meeting between the US President Donald Trump and Russian leader Vladimir Putin is Andrew Mencinsky, President of the Ukrainian Council of New South Wales, which really does serve as the voice of Ukrainians here in New South Wales. Andrew, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for the invitation.
What did you make of that meeting and the fact no ceasefire deal has been reached?
Well, I don't think that anyone ever expected that the ceasefire deal would be reached. It pretty much played out exactly as Ukrainians expected it. Putin turned up with absolutely no desire for peace, no desire for a ceasefire. It was the same maximalist demands. It was the same calls basically for Ukraine's capitulation. Putin doesn't want peace. He wants to defeat and destroy Ukraine. I think we can really see what Putin wanted to do by the actions of the Russians in the lead up to even the moments before the summit, where missiles and drones still rained down on Ukrainian cities. 6 civilians were killed and 17 were injured. So that's on top of the, I think, 567 that have been killed in the last month alone. So really, there's just no desire for peace there, none whatsoever.
That all happening while this summit was being carried out in Alaska.
Yes, it's relentless. It never stops. When I speak with Ukrainians that are in Ukraine, they just live in constant fear of drone attacks, of missile attacks at any time of the day or night. I listen to Ukrainian radio, it streams, and it's constantly interrupted by calls to go hide in a bomb shelter because a drone is coming. And this is in Western Ukraine. This is far from the front line. These are civilian areas. Putin recycled the same propaganda that he always has about addressing the root causes of the conflict. Now, that's code for denying Ukraine its right to be a sovereign, independent nation. That's what he means when he says root causes. And you can see, just how he will not stop. Putin will not stop until Ukraine is destroyed. And he begins to rebuild his empire. And then after Ukraine, well, who knows what's next? Even in his 8-minute just diatribe at the conclusion of that press conference, already making historical connections to claim Alaska. This man is a neo-imperialist and unfortunately won't stop until we stop him.
What did you make of the imagery of that meeting?
I personally was revolted by it. It made me so upset to see an indicted war criminal and a callous murderer being given the red carpet treatment. To have a man who has killed people that I know, who has killed the mothers, the sons, the fathers, the husbands, the families, the friends of so many people, who if he landed in 120 other countries in the world, should have been arrested immediately, was instead walking down a red carpet that American soldiers kneeled down to tap into the ground, and then was given a ride in Trump's car, all the while they were smiling and shaking hands. I think that imagery is, quite frankly, atrocious, and I think would have been very distressing for Ukrainians in Ukraine.
Are you hopeful there'll be a meeting with Ukraine's leader and Russia's leader?
While discussions would be, to be honest, no. I don't think there ever will be a discussion, or if there is a discussion, it would only serve as a delaying tactic. As I mentioned before, Putin wants to destroy Ukraine. That is his goal. It isn't peace. Now, he has never stepped back from those demands, as I've said, which are fundamentally, just to recap, that Ukraine hands over territory, destroys any Western weapons that have ever been delivered to it, promises never to join NATO, and reduces the size of its army. I mean, this is ludicrous. This fundamentally leaves Ukraine totally exposed. The only reason that Putin would ever propose a meeting with Zelensky would be to delay Western sanctions, would be to delay further action against him, to maintain a facade of saying, no, I'm serious about peace. It just takes some time to work it out. And in that period, in that 10 days, 12 days, 2 weeks, more missiles, more drones will kill more Ukrainian civilians. And when the meeting came, it would only be deferred, as this one was. Here we go. There was Trump saying beforehand, I'll be very disappointed to leave this meeting unless there's a ceasefire. And
Trump from the get-go has been saying he's going to solve the conflict, end it.
Well, that's a laughable statement, which I think history will not judge him kindly on. But sort of straight away, Trump was adamant he'd achieve discussions towards a ceasefire. I'll be disappointed if I don't get one. And nothing came out of today. Nothing. And nothing would come out of any talks between Putin and Zelensky as well.
Thoughts are with the Ukrainian community at this difficult time, and we wait to see how things shape up in the weeks and the months to come, whether there'll be another meeting or whether that will really achieve anything. But really appreciate the time that you've spent with us. Andrew Mencinsky, thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure.